Welcome to Octane Garage. If you have not yet seen Octane Garage, welcome to the channel. We have got a little KX80 here. We're finally getting back to it. We did a video on this thing a while back. We were waiting for the famous Kickstarter. If you watched our other video, you know we've been waiting for this Kickstarter. We found a used one finally after searching and searching. We finally got it. I'll give you a quick walk around on the bike. Yes, it's old. It is a, what year is this bike, Carter?
1987.
1987. All right. This was a bike we put a piston in quite a while ago. So the first thing we got to do, we got a carburetor issue right now. This carburetor float is stuck. It's pouring gas everywhere. So we're going to start by getting this carburetor off. We're going to get it cleaned out. Stay tuned. All right, Carter's going to go ahead and get this carburetor off for us. I'm going to try to film it the best we can. He's got it pretty loose already, so that's a plus. We pull the carb slide out. We still have some gas in our line here, so I'm going to try and hold that up while he gets the slide out. Okay, we got it off. We're going to flip it over. We're going to pull this float ball off. Oh boy.
All right, we're going to take this off, adjust the floats a little bit, and see what we got.
Sounds good. Let's see if I can get a good view of this here. Alright, so flip it over the other way. Boy, they almost look level.
I know.
I mean, they don't look too far off. So what we're going to have to do... Alright, the floats look like they're set pretty close. We're going to have to blow some air through and make sure it's shutting that needle and seat. You know, there's a little needle and seat in here. Let me just show you. Here, I'll let you take the camera for a minute. The way this carburetor works is right down there, there's a little needle. This has to come down and shut that off. Now, if you see right now, it looks like, yeah, right now that float should be pushing that needle down. And it's probably pretty hard to see, but it's right there. And it's not pushing it down. It's not shutting it off right now. This little metal tab in the center here, what we're going to have to do is get a screwdriver. We're going to bend that down so when these floats are sitting level, it's shutting that needle off. I'll show you what we can do. We'll pull this out and we can really show you guys what's going on here. Some of you might need to know this, some of you might not. Let's see if I can get this to come out of here. Usually they'll slide right out of there. Need something to push it through there. I just can't grab it. Let me grab something.
Give me the camera.
Or maybe you can pull it out of there. Oh, I tried that. Okay. My fat fingers couldn't do it. So what we have, this right here, this little piece right here, this little center piece. Here, you hold the camera so I can explain this. This metal tab right there is supposed to, when this gets level, it's supposed to press this little needle right here down. That right there. And I can pull that out and show you guys. This is what shuts your gas off. If that doesn't press down, it doesn't press down into that hole, when this float is sitting level, then your gas doesn't shut off. Well, what we have right now, the situation we have is this thing needs bent down more to shut that off. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take the centerpiece, carefully bend it down just a little bit like that, and we'll see what that does. So we'll put it back on here. We're going to slide our rod back in there. Because when that is level, you have to make sure it is pushing that little needle down. And I don't think we were before. So let me take a look. And we still got to go a little more. If you see sideways, I don't know if you guys can see in there, but see how when it's level, it's still not pushing it down all the way. It's hard to see. But take my word for it, it's not. We're going to have to go a little bit more. It should be, well, that might when it fills up with gas though. So once that fills up with gas, that float's going to push it down. It should stop it. I think we'll go a hair more just to make sure. And then we can always, if we have to, we can readjust it. It's just kind of a little bit of a pain because you have to take the car back apart to do it. Okay, one way you can always test these guys is you can lightly blow some air through there, push up on this, and if when you push up on this, you should not be able to blow through air through there. It should shut it off. That's just a quick tip for you if you want to test them that way. That'll tell you if you're close. You know, this will get us in the ballpark. It'll get us in the ballpark anyway of checking it just to see. Just to see if our floats are set right now. There is a possibility that we have them set a little too low now, where it's not going to get enough gas. That we'll have to wait and see when we try it. If it seems to bog out mid-range or top end, or it could be that we have to adjust those a little more. It's kind of sometimes it's a fine line to get them just right. You know, you kind of, the rule of thumb is level. When you have the float ball off, I think we're about there. And these bolts, you don't have to get crazy tight with them. Don't leave them loose either. You're going to leak gas everywhere. But what I like to do is just get them snug and then just a little tighter. You know, nothing too carried away. Just we'll double check these ones. I think we're good on that. All right. So we're going to stop there for a little bit. Carter has to run to town, get some stuff done. And we are going to see you guys in couple hours. We're going to throw that carb on and we are going to see if this thing will fire up, see if we can't take her down the, I want to say road, but it's not going to be the road. We'll be out in the yard. So anyway, stay with us. Okay, we got this carb all cleaned up. We're going to stick it back on the bike and see if it worked. All right, when you do this, guys, you want to make sure that long part with the cutout in it is, see that little dot down in there? Your slide has to go through that. Otherwise, when you put this together, if you don't have it right, you're going to end up with a wide open situation. You can always tell by looking through here, make sure it goes all the way down. If it's backwards, it won't go all the way down, and you're not going to like it. I'll tell you that right now. So you just twist this on here. Make sure you get it twisted good. Once you get it tight, you could always pull your throttle just to make sure, but I can see that it's there, so we're good. And it's going to be just as simple as sliding these two together. This might be tough to see on camera, but we'll do our best. Try to keep this hose clamp on here. I have to tilt the carb, get it to slide in there, and into our air box. We want to make sure we get it up front first, which is a little tricky. There it popped in. We'll have to tighten that screw up. We'll get our airbox one on, which also could be a little tricky, but there it looks like we're in. Kind of want to get it up that line there. Make sure you get it all the way in. We'll spin this. We'll tighten those two screws. We'll put our fuel line back on and we'll be ready to rock. All right, we got the carburetor back on. We're going to get it off this crate. And Carter's going to see if he can fire it up. Make sure we're not leaking any gas. See anything leaking? I didn't realize. Was it idling there? Or are you doing?
Okay, I'm messing something up.
Is it slipping?
Something is.
Oh no.
Sometimes, unless it's backfiring.
Unless it's inside there.
I don't know. I need to kick it slower though.
Kick it easy, yeah.
They just slipped again. Oh.
Alright guys, looks like we did get it fired up. We're having some more Kickstarter issues again with this bike for the second time. I think we're going to have to open that case up and maybe check inside there to see if we got a bad Kickstarter gear inside the bike. So that's going to conclude this video for now. Hopefully we can tear this down and just check it out. If we do, throw it in the comments if you want us to make a video on that also. We'd like to get a video riding this thing. You know, we promised you guys a video that we'd get this thing out, take it for a ride. So we're going to fiddle with it a little bit and see if we can't bring that to life. So thanks for watching. If you like this type of stuff, hit that subscribe button. Either way, thanks for watching.